Mr. Jason, the Vanilla Gorilla Witt. How are you today, my friend?
And I'm doing fantastic. And I still laugh at that nickname every time somebody says that. Still cracks me
Okay. How
up.
come? Is that not the original nickname? What's going on with that?
No, I've always ever since I got it, one of my coaches said it in class and everybody started laughing. And it's funny to me every time and I love it. So I just crack up about it every time.
It makes sense. It's pretty funny. Vanilla is a lot different from the gorilla. So why did he say that name? Was it like you were sparring and then like I can't even imagine how that name came to be. What happened there?
Man, there was a time in my life I cut to 155 and after that I kind of blew up to about 200 pounds. I'm a pretty strong, athletic Caucasian person. So he's like, man, like I look so big. He's like, you look like a vanilla gorilla, and the whole class starts laughing. It just stuck after that. Pro fight was probably about after that, and I had to.
I would have used that too if I were you. It's pretty catchy actually.
Works.
All right, so that name rolled around just before the pro debut. You got this second UFC fight coming up, so 14 more days until you step in that cage. How are you feeling so far?
I feel really good. I've really put in a lot of time into this camp. It's one of the only camps I've ever had like 12 weeks, 12 to 14 weeks to actually put down and train every single day, twice a day, just really kind of hone in on what we need to do to win this fight. So I feel really good about the fight.
Yeah, so you got this opponent as well, by the name of Cole Williams. So you got this camp. He was the same opponent the entire camp, correct?
Yeah, we were scheduled to. Well, the fight was brought to me. It was supposed to be September 12th.
Okay.
Um, he declined that date, and then they moved it to Halloween. So that I was injured or not training, or I don't know. I don't know the circumstances behind it. Don't really care. So they moved it to Halloween, and that's been the only opponent this whole time.
Yeah, so listen, I find it's crazy. The UFC is having something on Halloween, October 31st. What are you gonna walk out as the Vanilla Gorilla? What's going on there?
And I was wearing just a Jason mask. That was it. Like it's Halloween. I'm Jason. Like I thought about just doing that, but I'll probably just walk out casual, just as normal.
Fair enough, fair enough. I thought you were gonna put like some like vanilla ice cream cone in your head and then like be dressed up as a gorilla or something. I don't know. I gotta be creative sometimes.
I would be lying if I said I look for a vanilla gorilla costume or they're super expensive, so I just didn't go that route.
You'd have to get one custom made, I guess.
I don't got time for that now.
All right, so we got this coming up. Talking, you're in the UFC, your second fight. So you mentioned you have a full training camp this time, which has got to be nice to get the body all prepared and everything. So are you happy that you will be fighting in the Apex opposed to fighting in Abu Dhabi on the island this time?
Yeah, I've got that question a couple times. I really am. The whole like I'd love to go to Abu Dhabi. I'd love to fight there. I think it'd be fantastic. I don't think now's the time I want to do that because you're locked in a hotel room for 48 hours by yourself. You're quarantined. The flight over there is 17 hours, 17 back. It seems like a lot. That's right. So I'm really happy. I can fight on Saturday, be home by Sunday. So I think fighting the Apex right now just seems a lot less hectic than being all the way up or fighting.
Yeah, I feel like it would be different if there was no coronavirus and everything right now because you could actually like enjoy the stay. You wouldn't have to
Yeah,
do any like specific tests or whatever. So I feel like it's better to be competing at the Apex, in my opinion, anyways.
the 47 tests you got to take before just doesn't sound fun to me at all.
No, not at all. That's probably an accurate number too, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like I mentioned a couple times, this is your second time competing with the full training camp. So even though it is your second time, the first one obviously did not go your way, but does that add like a chip on your shoulder now that you're in your second fight and you have something coming forward that's like motivating you?
Yeah. And the, about a couple weeks ago, I had a mindset shift of just start to compete with this, like compete and try to win every single round. Sometimes you just train to get better. This time I've been trying to get better. I think after that first fight, the chip on my shoulder, I want to prove who I am and I know what I'm capable of doing. So I want to prove that, and that kind of chip on my shoulder. Maybe people know who I am, what I want to prove that, hey, I'm proving to myself that I just know what I'm capable of doing inside the ring.
It makes sense in my opinion, because some people they'll win their first fight, they'll feel like they're at the top of the top, they'll feel like they're on cloud nine or whatever. But you got this coming in, your feet are on the ground this time, and you know what you're capable of through training. Your training partners are telling you, but that doesn't matter. You know yourself what you can do inside that cage.
My man. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Gotta hype you up a little bit. I don't know.
Got it.
All right. So we gotta do everyone's favorite thing here. The commercial, the vital proteins, empowering you to live a full, vibrant life. Hashtag stay vital. All right, so we got that out of the way.
My
Yeah,
wife,
talk to us.
my wife takes that stuff. Not even
Really?
trying to help out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see. So she knows what it's all about then. You gotta, you gotta enjoy that. All right, so yeah, talk to us. What is this one moment you will never, ever, ever, no matter what, forget when you were a kid?
Man, that's a great question. Never actually been asked that question before.
We're throwing you back downtown. You gotta think about that one a little.
Yeah, I had such a great childhood. My parents, my dad, man, this is gonna be a little bit different.
Hope we didn't lose you, my man. Well, I guess we lost him a little bit. He will be back. We gotta figure out what went on there. Well, most likely it was something with the internet, but we will be back with the Vanilla Gorilla Part 2. Stay tuned. All right, there we go. He's back. Can you hear us all right?
Man, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I guess
You're
my
good.
phone
You're
was sitting
good.
in the sun, and just the temperature didn't do well with.
No worries. So I believe where we left off was that childhood memory, but if the internet's working, we're back. We are good.
Oh, my bad. So sorry about that.
You're good. We'll just continue like it never happened. Oh, wrong question.
Okay, man.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, one of my childhood memories. So I had a kid across the street. He was a year younger than I am, a little bit bigger than I was. we got in, I don't know, probably 10, 15 fist fights. Just I won every single time. I don't know why the kid wanted to fight me. It was just kind of that childhood rivalry, I guess. We're standing out in the middle of the street, and the kid walks up and hits me. And I just kind of shake it off and come back, and I hit him, and he falls over, and I just get on top of him and just start beating the crap out of him. And my mom looks outside, or my dad looks outside and goes, "Hey, your son's outside beating up the neighborhood kid again." I guess I was just not made fighting or competing, or just, I don't know. It was that one's just funny. The kid fighting like a week later, broke my hand. I had a box.
Oh boy.
The kid tried to fight me a week later. I hit him with a cast. I didn't. It was, yeah, that's one of those. It's just, it was so stupid that it just stuck with me, I guess.
So at that point, were you already involved in mixed martial arts?
No, man, I was like 13.
Oh, really? So when did you actually be involved in martial arts, I guess?
I was probably about 21 years old.
Okay, so you're a little bit older then.
Yeah, I was quite a bit older. I skateboarded most of my life, so skateboarding, all that stuff was kind of my life from like 13 to probably about 17, 18, somewhere around there. Then I started lifting weights, into fighting, found a gym, just kind of took a fight, lost the fight, and at 21, I was kind of didn't beat anybody. I think I could get beat, and I lost the fight, and just from then on, just kept training hard.
Yeah, so at that point, you were like a ripped Tony Hawk, I guess.
I was not ripped. I was a tiny little. Yeah. I can't, like 135, 140 pounds. I was not a big kid. I started lifting weights, and that's when I started putting muscle in size and blew up to probably about 180.
Can you still hear us, all right? Oh, there we go. You're back.
We're there. Disappear? What happened?
All right. The video is a little bit choppy, but I hope you got the voice in there.
Yeah.
All right. So, talking about childhood and growing up and everything, who is someone like an idol or someone growing up that you would love to meet, either past or future or present? My bad.
There's so many influential people. I think right now in my career, like I'd love to not even like the train with GSP. I think would just be such cool, and I kind of idolized his career. I did create my very similar views in terms of, we never wrestled in college. We were both pretty good at wrestling. He's actually really good at wrestling. But I think he'd be a fun person, just kind of pick his brain, sit down with, and train with, and talk to.
Yeah, so that guy, I met him a little while ago. He's a very intelligent man. He's like, I guess
Really?
he's the definition of the chess player in MMA, I guess.
Yeah. My brain like that. I'm more of a gorilla in a game of chess. Yeah, I was meeting him. How was that?
It was cool. He's a very quiet guy. We took a picture and everything. I was probably like maybe 8 or 9 years old, right? But
Okay.
he's a very humble guy. That's the thing in MMA. You don't meet too many. There's a lot of them. Don't take me wrong, but there's not too many super humble guys like GSP in the game.
Right.
Which,
most you cover every once in a while.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. GSP's the true martial artist.
Yeah, so staying on the topic of GSP, do you, in your opinion, you're a fan of him, do you think he should come back and face Khabib Nurmagomedov?
I don't, man. I think he's had such a great career, proved what he had to prove. I just don't think it more. I think him, the 55 reading, kind of pushing it, especially at the point in his career. I don't think he has anything to prove. I think he's the best welterweight there is. I think he should keep.
Yeah, so I mean, people have their different opinions, but I feel like he's done enough in the sport to say, okay, that's it for me. I'm not brain dead or anything, so I can still live my life.
Like you said, he's a very intelligent person, and he should probably try to keep it that way.
Mm. Yeah, so that's also something some people don't understand. They want, obviously he's a great fighter in the cage, but he's also a great person. He has his own family. He's got things to do as well.
Oh, of course, you can't fight forever. It's
for sure
hard to do. I wouldn't want to fight forever. This shit's hard. I don't want to still train jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, but you got to find another way to live outside of fighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so talking about this, I believe you are the owner of this gym by the name of FitHouse_KC. Can you talk to me a little bit about what goes on over there?
My man, I'm actually sitting out in front of it right now. I just got off
Oh,
work.
really?
Yeah. Hey, we're a small training studio located in Overland Park, Kansas. We do just personal training. It's not like an open gym. You just walk in training. We do boot camps. Uh, I think 10 or 11 trainers working there now, massage therapists. So you schedule an appointment with a personal trainer and come in and work out with them and then leave. I started the gym. I bought the place. It was a gym I was working at in probably May, around there.
Mhm.
During when quarantine really started, was really hitting the shutdown. I bought the gym during the shutdown, reinvented it, redid the entire much, took down some walls, took down some offices, put some signs up. So really took over and made it kind of my own place. And I'm pretty proud of it. Proud of what I've done for it so far.
Yes, that's something you should be proud of. Not a lot of people. Actually, people have been going down instead of going up and advancing in the world. Was it difficult, kind of opening the thing and keeping it open during the shutdown?
Yeah, I mean, it was, you had to be stressed about it a little bit because you had you didn't know what was going to happen. There was an unknown. But man, I'm one of those, I try to believe in like the most positive situation. So like the beginning of 2019 or 2020, I made 3 goals for myself. I wanted to be in the UFC, I wanted to buy a new house, and I wanted to open a gym. I didn't know it was all going to come in like 2 weeks of each other, but yeah, so all of it happened. But man, I know COVID sucks and we're stuck in this little rut of this is taking them forever, but it's not gonna last forever. It has to be, a positive reason or positive aspect coming out. And I believe open the gym is gonna help me with my future and all that stuff.
All right, so this last question, we've taken a lot of time out of your day. I know you just got off work. You got to get home. It is preview time for Silva versus Hall. Who
Man,
wins that fight and how? This is the main event of your card. Talk to us about that.
one, I'm just excited to be on the same card or be able to watch that fight as it's I unfortunately I think Hall takes the win just by being younger, more athletic. Anderson Silva is always will be, no matter win, lose, or whatever happens to him, greatest ever. But I think Hall's I think he's gonna be too athletic for him. He's gonna be for him. Comes as a whole, all the rounds. I don't think either one finish each other, but I think Hall gets the nod.
Is that your final prediction, like decision, I guess,
That is my final answer.
for Hall?
But I'd also see Anderson Silva go on and win for his last fight, so it'd be great to kind of see him get the nod too. So I go either way.
Yeah, so that kind of brings me to the next question. If Silva does win that fight, does he call it from there, or does he keep trying to go for that gold?
I think he calls it, man. I think he's kind of in the similar situation of GSP. He's proven who he is. He's proven his legacy. He doesn't need to go into it like he beats Brian Hall. That's a tough fight, but then the next top person is gonna be tougher, and he might not win that fight. And it's just stay on top. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you've proven so much in the sport. You've done so much. You can't prove anymore. You don't need to get your brain beat in just for prize money.
Yeah, so let me just say this. It was a pleasure having you on today. It was nice talking to you. I know you got a lot on your schedule. It was a very busy day for you. But before I let you go, if there's anything you would like to say to thank anyone, the floor is all yours.
Oh man, first off, I want to thank you for having me on this. Thanks for reaching out to me and putting me on here. It's been, like I said, you said it's been fun talking to you. I appreciate it. You got to thank everybody at Glory MMA and Fitness. We're doing something different, and it's I'm so grateful to be a part of everything going on there. Like 4 years ago, we had like 4 people in the UFC. Now we have like 30. It's really exciting to be a part of. So I just got to thank everybody.
Yeah, so I believe the head coach is fighting tonight, Mr. James Krause. How do you see him doing in that fight tonight? I forgot about that one.
I didn't forget about it. I was stoked. The guy's a gangster. He really is. His last fight was at 85 on 24 hours notice. Take this fight on 13 days notice. Like gangster. Man, I honestly I see him. Honestly, I see him. I know that sounds crazy, but people don't know James Crowder, striker, but the man on the ground, the man against cage, but not grappler. And I think people underestimate that, and I honestly think I can see him submitting Silva in the second round. I think Silva's cardio doesn't hold up, and I know James Krause's pressure, and he has that 501 rule. You might have beat me the first 5 minutes with that 501 rule. I'm coming after that, coming after that ass. You're gonna get it. So I think he'll grind out Silva, and I think he'll submit him in second round.
All right, so we got a couple predictions now, I guess. But like I said, it was a pleasure having you on. Hopefully, we can do it again soon. And I want to wish you best of luck on that upcoming bout.
Hey, of course, appreciate it so much.
All right, take care. We'll talk soon. All right, so there he was, the Vanilla Gorilla. Once again, we had a few technical difficulties, but we finished the interview part 1 and 2 in the same interview. We got him back. It was a pleasure having you guys watching us. Hopefully you tune in next week for another episode of Behind the Grind. Until then, peace.